Good morning, everyone, here in Canada. Good evening in the Philippines, and good afternoon anywhere in the world. Good day, bro. Kumusta?
Ayan, hello mga kababayan. Good day world to all the Filipinos out there. We're at the beginning of February, so parang kailan lang yung 2026. We're already one month into the year of 2026. Keep the dream alive mga kababayan. February pa lang, ano ba tawag dito? Feb-ibig, ang
Mhm.
sabi nga ng mga kababayan natin. Malapit na yung Valentine's, but before that, pag-usapan muna natin yung mga pangarap ninyo about abroad. At ito, siguro Kuya Nikki, napapansin nila parang may iba. There's something new in our background right now. So
Yes.
ayan,
Yan nating ano.
nakita ninyo. Ano bang meron? Uy, ano yan? Preview. Uy,
Yeah.
ano yan? Ayan. So nakita nyo naman, to all our followers, you've already known that your Kuyas have been to Europe. We've been to Spain. We spent some time in Spain to make sure this is something feasible for Filipinos, as you know. And kung hindi ka na ba masabi natin, nagandahan ba tayo sa Spain? Na feel safe ba tayo? I guess yes. For me, Kuya Nikki, okay siyang lugar. Yung public
Mhm.
transportation, it's pretty much just like Canada but warmer. Siguro yun yung masabi ko na lang. It's pretty much like Canada. You always see us in Canada. We always say it's safe. It's a great place to live, great place to raise children. Anong difference? I guess for me, pretty much it's the weather. Everything else is parang similar.
Yeah, and one thing I like with Spain, bro, it's the culture that we have.
Yes.
We have a similar culture. Ano ba yung mga kultura ng mga Pilipino na almost similar sa Spain? For me, food, no?
Yeah.
Marami tayong mga pagkain. Food talaga, no? Maraming
Siyempre, food.
maraming pagkain doon na hindi na bago sa atin. Not like in
Yes.
Canada, in Germany, other countries, no? And of course, pati yung sabi ni Kuya Maypick, yung weather, they have one of the nicest weather that wala siyang may winter siya pero hindi siya ganun kalala, no?
Oh, yeah. Walang binatbat yung winter nila sa winter sa Canada.
Mm.
Sa food naman, balikan natin yung food, Kuya Nikki. So, lots of our Filipino dishes are actually influenced
Yeah.
from Spain. If ever you don't like those food, may mga Filipino restaurants din kaming nakita. So, it only shows na malaki din yung Filipino community in Spain. So kung mag-Google kayo Filipino restaurant near me and then you're in Spain, if you're on the bigger cities, there's a really big chance you'll find one. And marami din naman yung mga Western food na nakasanayan din natin. So if that's something na gusto nyong itry, it's also something na option ninyo. Apart from the weather, siguro Kuya Nikki, pwede rin nating sabihin, culture-wise, napakadaming simbahan mga kababayan. Kaya
Yeah.
mo magbisita iglesia in a, let's say, 2 kilometer radius. Makakompleto mo yung bisita iglesia mo in a 2 kilometer um, area. Yun yung napansin namin na naglalakad kami, oh, simbahan, oy, simbahan ulit, oy, simbahan ulit. So,
Yes.
siguro more than 5 or almost 10 churches siguro yung nakita namin on
Mhm.
that trip and on one place alone. Um, People are very nice. Yun din yung
Parang
marami
Pinoy ba?
kasing marami nagtatanong Kuya Nikki, suplado ba? Suplada ba yung mga
No.
Spaniards? And
I think
surprisingly enough,
doon natin
ang
nakuha
bait
yun, bro,
nila.
eh. Doon natin nakuha yung ugali ng the attitude that we got from the Spanish na we have it for Filipinos na very accommodating, no?
Yeah.
Friendly. I think dahil
Yes.
nga sa roots kasi sa dami ng sumakop sa atin. Ayun. Bro, while you talk bro, I'm just gonna share yung live natin before we introduce our
Ayan.
today.
So mga kababayan, this would be the first time we would be talking about Spain. So we know there's a lot of people who have interest in Spain. Please do
Mhm.
share the live. We always say sharing is caring. You don't know, baka yung kasama mo sa bahay mo nagbabalak na. Even those in Canada, for those who don't know, kahit yung mga ibang mga Pinoy na nasa ibang bansa, mapa-Canada man, Australia, New Zealand, they're also looking into Spain as an option for them. Mga OFW, nagbabalak din sa Spain. So that's the reason why there was enough interest for us to go to Spain at para malaman at ma-share sa ating mga kababayan, totoo ba ang balita na okay ba sa Spain? And we could all tell you it's two thumbs up na lang yan. It's a really good place. Lots of opportunities. And of course, kung nakikita ninyo, di ba merong parang streamlined citizenship, Spanish citizenship for former colonies like the Philippines. So of course, hindi siya yung pag-graduate mo, you become Spanish citizen. It doesn't work like that. Of course, there are processes in between, but the goal is clear, nandun siya. And of course, yung pag-PPR, magkaiba din yung style. It's not a point system like Canada. So it's a different process, but I guess the best part of it is mabilis talaga yung sa citizenship. Kasi kung hindi ka Pilipino, I think it takes around 10 years, Kuya Nikki, of residency para maging citizenship. Ngayon, pag Pilipino ka, 2 years lang. Across Europe, isa rin to sa pinakamaganda yung cost of living. So, hindi siya kasing mahal ng ibang European countries. Kaya maganda rin siyang opportunity. And of course, kailangan niyo ba, I guess, Kuya Nikki, isa sa mga tanong lagi, do you need to speak Spanish before entering Spain? The answer is no. There are English taught programs out there. Pero ang na-experience namin ni Kuya Nikki, a week or two into Spain, parang ang bilis natin ma-pick up yung language nila. Naturally, of course, kasi ano ba, 1/3 of our vocabulary is already there. May mga words lang na medyo lost in translation, napansin ko. Kunyari yung basurero sa atin, yung garbage man, di ba? Pero sa kanila, yung basurero, yung garbage bin. So may mga, the context is the same but the details somehow are a bit different. So may
Yeah.
mga ganong small funny moments lang. But other than that, people speak English. There's lots of, ano ba, there's Google Translate if ever you find yourself in a situation that both of you don't speak a common language. So, but it was rare for us. So, dami-dami ng nakausap naming lokal. It was very rare na yung nakausap mo in the bigger cities hindi nag-English. Kung hindi man, yun nga po, may go, you can type it on Google, show what you want, and then and the conversation gets resolved. So,
Yes.
yun po. Marami din naman nakita tayong mga work. Nung naglalakad kami, tinitignan ko lagi meron ba yung mga for hire or whatnot. Parang nakakakita naman. And then of course, they have their own website for mga job postings din.
Yes.
So, maganda
Ito,
siya. Yes?
ito bro, naka-flash sa screen natin the top reasons for Filipino
Ayan.
study in Spain. So, tulad na mention ni Kuya Mikmik, citizenship is so easy for Filipinos dahil nga sa relationship natin with Spain. We were
Mhm.
colonized by history. Kaya nga, we are considered parang ano ba, special arrangement with Spain. So, 2 years lang ng working visa, pwede na tayo mag-apply ng citizenship. No? And of course, affordable po ang tuition fee. We're gonna share to you guys how much a tuition fee in studying in Spain. So they have uh, vocational programs, bachelor programs. They also have master's programs, even PhD. Meron po sila. And na-mention ni Kuya Mikmik, hindi kayo kailangan matutong mag-Spanish kasi nga yung medium of instruction naman ginagamit is English during the class. But still, it's Spain. Kailangan pa rin natin makisama sa community. And one way to do that is to really learn Spanish. And of course, most of the school naman, meron din po silang mga subjects or programs
Mga
that will
Spanish
also
support.
yeah, support to teach you how to. And work, sabi nga ni Kuya Mikmik, maraming work po. Every time na kumakain kami doon, we always find someone or some Filipino na nag-work doon na magaling mag-Spanish.
Yes.
No? And I guess just to let you know po, there's something rules po for working while studying. Hindi po lahat ng mga programs are allowed to work. No, especially if you're doing a language program, you're not allowed to work to do part time. But if you're doing a vocational or a master's or a bachelor's, you're allowed to work 30 hours per week. Yan, nasa Canada kasi bro, 24. Sa Germany, 20 hours lang per week. No?
Yeah. So that's a key advantage sa mga kababayan natin and, yun nga po, madami na kayong napuntahang establishments, outlet mall, restaurant,
Yeah.
hotel, nagkalat naman din po yung Pilipino. So, this is where learning the language becomes a key role and yun nga po, hindi siya imposibleng matutunan.
Yes. We
So
always, ano to bro, recommend this sa mga, tulad ng sabi ko nga po, ito ba, pa-expire na po yung mga permits, no? There's no confused sa PR nila, nahihirapan. I think this is one way to guide them, no? If it's Canada, it's not really for you, no? I would, rather than,
yes,
uh,
um,
paano ba yun?
ano
Sumugal
siya
ka
Kuya
ulit.
Nikki, eh, siguro reality is there are people who may mga dumating kasing Canada that did not plan properly for their transition to permanent residency. And if time is running out, and this is also the reason bakit ang dami nating inquiries sa Spain. Kasi, for example, tumira na kayo sa Canada, you tasted global quality of life, for example. And you want to keep maintain that quality of life. And if Canada is not for you, Spain is something that is of a great option and opportunity. Lalo na dun sa mga dating international student at dating workers. Sanay na sila sa abroad.
Mhm.
Parang maning-mani na yung Spain kasi nasanay na sila sa Canada. Si Canada is very fast-paced but we notice sa Spain it's a slower tempo. So hindi siya yung parang mabilisan sa Canada and that I guess that's the beauty. And like I said, hindi siya point system, it's more of compliance. There are requirements for you to comply and then once you comply then you submit. It's not like Canada na there's point system, there's competition between other applicants. So yun yung maganda I think key difference but that's why it's really attractive.
Yeah. So,
And
mga kababayan, if you can help us share this live session po. Once again, we're going to talk about study in Spain. We do have a visitor today. Let me introduce to you
ayan.
Miss, the Global Recruitment Manager for BSBI Spain. Please help me welcome Monica. Hi, Monica. How are you?
Hey, hello Nick. Hi everyone. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited. I know that this video is on YouTube and Facebook. So for everyone in
Mhm.
Facebook and YouTube, hello from Spain. I'm based in
How
Madrid,
do you
so in
say
Madrid today saying hi to everyone.
hi everyone in Spanish?
Hola a todos desde España. O hola
Wow.
a todos desde Madrid. It's easy.
Yeah.
It's hola a todos. Todos is everyone. From, desde, and then you say it's Spain or Madrid, depending where you are.
Oh, hola todos Madrid.
Desde,
Yeah, there you
that's
Hola
it. There
todos
you go.
desde España. Ayan.
That's it. That's it.
So yeah,
So
so Monica, you are in Madrid right now.
that's correct. I'm in beautiful Madrid.
Wow. So by the way, we are live in our two Facebook platform at the same time our YouTube channel. Please do help
Amazing.
us to share this live session before we start because a lot of people are asking about Spain. So this is the best time to really listen to Monica, who is in Madrid and Madrid, Spain, and she will be telling us what's the opportunity that
Mhm.
for Filipinos in
That's
Spain.
correct. Yeah, 100%. And let me know if you can see my screen. Actually, it says "Welcome to BSBI," which is
Yes.
basically
Yep, we can see
amazing.
it. Yes.
Great. So today I want to speak with one of our in Gus. one of our institutions called BSBI, which is Berlin School of Business and Innovation. We are actually a German institution, and maybe many of you already know. And today we're here to present the campuses that we have in beautiful Spain. And we have started into this project in Spain very, very strongly. We have two campuses now live, which will be Madrid and Barcelona. But as we all have agreed today, I'm going to present Barcelona because of one thing. Unless you are a B2 in Spanish, I will definitely recommend to go Barcelona and study in English. So it's not that we don't have it, but we are going to master you in Spanish first because before you go to Madrid. So basically, let's concentrate on Barcelona. But if you know Spanish, text us in the comments so everyone can see that you have a Spanish B2, and we can definitely recommend Madrid on that. So let's dive in. So basically, as I was doing a quick intro, we have many campuses, and the two that we're here to promote will be Barcelona and Madrid. But we also have the Berlin, Hamburg, and of course Paris. This means that you're going to be studying in an institution that actually has many campuses abroad that you can still do, for example, some of your studies in Europe, such as in Paris or Germany, and you can interconnect with all Europeans. By studying in an institution that actually is European, um, you can definitely connect to many different cultures, languages, and experiences. Because in Europe, even though we're very close to each other in terms of country, we don't behave alike. And I think like now that Michael and Nikki has been here, they know this and they have experienced it by themselves. So I know that they are gonna 100% support on this view. Now, let's go to the awards and recognitions. The fact that we're in Spain or in Paris, that doesn't mean that we are not holding the same awards and recognitions we have in all the all the European Union. For example, the QS recognitions that we have, or the AMBA ones, etc. So here you can get a little bit more information, and if you need more details on them, let me know. I know that we can definitely answer those questions about any awards and recognitions we hold as BSBI. Moreover, we of course are part of Erasmus. We are also part of AEN, which is a very important designation and group here in Spain in terms of business school. We have, of course, a bronze member of the Business and Graduate Association, and my favorite, I will say, is AACSB, which is the Business Education Alliance member, of course, from the SBI, which is an international recognition. If you're very into those, I bet that you are going to have one that you have recognized very fast. And now in academic partnerships, Nick, Michael, what's interesting about us is that we have our own, of course, diploma here in Spain, right? Or in Germany. But also we have academic partners that makes everything look more attractive. And of course, for the students that are looking for global recognition, it's here as well. Meaning by that we have a regional recognition diploma, but also a more broad one. In terms of Spain, what we do is that we hold a very strategic partnership with University of Chichester, which is actually on the top 30 institutions in the UK. And the students, if they want, of course, they can get the Spanish diploma, and by just doing a couple of, well, they need to do an extra payment, of course, some other qualifications in academics, they can get into double diploma with Chichester University, which is amazing. So I'm very excited about that. So if you're interested in having double diploma, this can be your route as well. Even though you're in Spain, you can get a UK degree, which is amazing. In terms of the programs, because everyone has been asking about these, we have two types of programs. We have the professional masters and we have the dual programming award. Meaning by this, again, just to clarify and just to be very descriptive and very specific, you can opt to have professional masters, which is qualificum in Spain, meaning a Spanish degree, versus you can have dual programming with University of Chichester plus the Spanish one. So you can decide on that. If you need more information about how the program varies or how the fees varies, you can definitely hit on Sun-Cor, and we're going to give all those details. What is a professional master's? Basically, the professional master's will give you access to have a job, to continue into another master's if you want in Spain, or just go back home and work in the private sector 100%. That's the type of diploma that we have when you go into the master with us, and then you do qualifica. And for other students that do qualificum, and it's important that they're always going to be elective to have mandatory internships. I'm saying this because for many schools it's like a privilege, like, oh, we're going to help you with internships. For us it's mandatory to have internships. Just imagine that, meaning by that you, yes or yes or yes, even though you're just going for the route for Spain, not even the UK double degree, you're yes going to have a mandatory internship in Spain. Why it's so important, the internships? Hey, I know economics are important, and especially if you're thinking on bringing kids and a spouse with you, and this plan of studying abroad. But for us in Spain, it's more important to have the internship because it's your pathway to get excellent jobs when you are in the middle or finishing your studies. By this being said, if you have an internship, it's the open door for you to position yourself for the companies in Spain to get to know, and for you to also test waters on how you need or how it's going to be the best way in order to get a future in the industry in Spain. So it's just a matter of actually having the employers and employees to get to know each other, get hands on, understand each other, get the opportunity, of course, have some money at the end of the day if that's an internship that is paid, right? um, the internships that we have in the programs needs to be paid or not? I want to be very transparent and clear with this because this is a very common question, and I bet they're going to be asking in the on the chat group. So better to ask to answer. So yes, normally in Spain the internships are paid. How much? That will depend on your previous experiences. That will depend on how many hours are also you hired to do. So it's very important that we see case by case scenario. But one thing that you need to know is that BSBI is compromising with you in order to help you to get into that pathway of getting those internships. So remember, gaining money is good, but the most important part of the internships in Spain is that you are going to get to know how the industry works, that you're going to get some money, you're going to get some experience. And after that, you can definitely jump into your desired or dream job that you have been looking for. So, this is why it's very interesting to look at the internships as part of our program. Let's remember also, we're going to get into, of course, immigration data, but it's important to know that if you're coming to a program in BSBI in Spain, you're going to have a right to do part-time internships up to 30 hours the week, which is great because at the end of the day, 30 hours a day, sorry, because that's important because you need to know that you're going to be almost full time. Imagine, I think like this is the highest amount. I don't know, Michael and Nick, if you want to compare that to other countries, but I think like normally it's 20 hours only, right?
Yes, for Canada, it's 24 hours per week, and
Mm.
for Germany, it's 20 hours per week. So this is the first time I saw a country that allows students to work 30 hours per week. So that's like a full-time job already.
Exactly. That's exactly what I want to highlight because for us, internships, it's important to have the longest amount of hours possible. Why?
Mhm.
Because you know that sometimes, and I have heard this from other students from different destinations, you cannot be hired because maybe they're expecting for you to cover more hours, right? You cannot be having like 1 hour in a day or 2 hours in the week, and then you have another employer, another. What we want is like that you get to know very well with one employee, and then that you have
Mhm. Nawala si ate.
Baka na baka humina yung internet. But going back to what Monica was saying, there's a big advantage when it comes to dun sa 30 hours per week na part-time
Yes.
job. And this is kasi si Canada from 20 naging 24. So tuwang-tuwa
So
ba tayo?
going forward with the next, this is another slide based on the Qualificam accreditation. If you're thinking on what type of accreditation we have in Spain, it's going to be called Qualificam, and we are able to send this information as well, so you understand exactly what this accreditation looks like. The partnership with University of Chichester, remember that's optional. The students can definitely do it. So if you're interested in having double accreditation, let us know. The academic recognitions. And I want to go now to this slide because I'm very excited to show you the programs that we have right now available. So, okay, Nick, Michael, let me know if you think the same on this. But I think like a global MBA, meaning an MBA, is the best way to go. Sometimes we will have different backgrounds, meaning that not only from business, but maybe you have working in health, or you're working in marketing, or you're working in data, or you're working in technology, or any other. I think MBA adapts so well to any type of program, of project that the students have. And I like if you agree with me that MBAs are very flexible in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Great.
That's
yeah, because as the name suggests, it's global, so it's encompassing a lot of disciplines. And if you're undecided which one to get, and you feel like you need to level up, it's a good how do I put this? It's a good addition to your portfolio without being without if you don't have a specific target in mind, because it's there's always business, there's always management, there's always those skills to enhance what you already have.
That's correct. And that's why I would say, like, in my perception, the next program that it's available right now with BSBI has a lot of demand, which would be the MBA itself. So if you come from different backgrounds, let us know what is your background. Let us know your profile. Let us know. Let's talk to you. And then we decide if MBA can fit you, because I think MBA normally fits every type of profile that wants to go into an administrative but leadership position at the same time. And in Spain, it's just exactly the same. So we have an global MBA starting very soon in June. So if you're thinking on doing some plans for the next summer, and you're thinking about Europe, or you're already putting applications, or just exploring Germany, France, Italy, and Spain, I think like this is the best time to come, especially to Spain during the summer. It's a weather that is very alike with Philippines. I would say nothing to miss, at least in the very first months, and then it changes a little bit. And you're gonna love, because it's like the better. I would say it's my favorite season actually on October, which is actually the same quadrimester that comes after. So it's a great way to start. And we have the program in English of MBA. So if you're thinking about an MBA, you're thinking about the summer plans, I think like this could be your next opportunity with BSBI. Now, of course, hey, let's not get limited in what we can do for you guys, and especially in the program selection. We definitely have data analytics coming soon for the next intake, which will be November. And also, we have available health management, or international health management, which is the actual name of the program. For both of them, you can start your applications already right now for November, which gives you from February to November a couple of good months to do your applications, think about your plans, apply for scholarships. I'm coming after that later on in the presentation, no worries about that. And it's three programs that we're going to have available for 2026. Nevertheless, the rest of the programs that we see in the screen are going to be coming for 2027. So think about MBA opportunities, then health or international health management opportunity, and data science for the intakes of summer, which are going to be in June, and then of course having November as the second intake that we have available for 2026. If you're interested already in 2027, always come to us as well, because we're going to be able to manage your application still for 2027. We're happy to receive that and guide you to the process with a lot of time ahead, of course. But don't feel hesitation of jumping on if you need any guidance for the next summer, of course. Now the extras, which is what every other student is looking for, and it's saying what is the difference of BSBI and any other institution I have been researching or getting information from. First of all, we have a dedicated career support. Remember, it's mandatory to have the 3 month or equivalent to 3 month internship. So for that, we need a career support to help you to pass that. And we have a dedicated team here in Madrid and also in Barcelona that is going to be supporting of you. Why I said Madrid and Barcelona, because we were saying that English speakers is better to go to Barcelona because the English program goes there. Because when you go to internships, you can definitely move all around Spain, which is great. So don't think about only, oh, I'm going to have an internship in Barcelona, but I wanted to explore Madrid. So you can definitely go Madrid or Barcelona for internship, or not only that, you can go all over your Spain to do that internship. So have that in your mind and let us know what are you thinking about the possibilities, or where you want to have that internship program as well, so we can guide you. Then we have the legal support. Hey, with that, I want to do a little star on it because I know that for, especially if you're more interested or you have been researching on Canada, when you say legal support, it means like a lawyer is helping you with the process, right? With this, what we want to do is like we have experts that are going to be giving you all types of documentation, support, information, list of documents from the school in order to guide you and crack that process of applying to the visa. Also, we have Michael. He's very knowledgeable about immigration process. I know Sun-Cor is going to also guide you to the process. But remember, we need to work on this together. This is not only the responsibility of getting lists or getting deadlines or getting documents. This is a process that we need to work together. And from BSBI, we're happy to help you with that. With the support of Sun-Cor, that they were experts on matter of immigration, and we can do like a great team on this, right? So let's not limitate ourselves and saying, "Oh, legal support." No, no, no. We're working on this together to get your visa approved, 100%. Then, in terms of free professional courses, we also have that, which is I love this. So, in our portfolio and library, we have a lot of different courses that the students can do as they start, or, for example, as they go, depending on their internships or if they are having maybe sometimes a lack of understanding of different topics. We can definitely support the students from that. So, with that being said, again, your academic professors are going to check with you, are going to chat with you, and see where you need this to be integrated into your academic service. What if you're amazing at everything? Maybe you want to do something else, right, that you are not familiar to. So, there is when the professional executive certificates can add value into your portfolio, of course. Then diversifying student support. This is very important because we help students as well with all sorts of information and latest news. Michael, Nick, and I have been working very hard in order to get the best news about what's going on in there, what's the best insurance providers, what's the best practices in order, what are the embassies that you can apply, like all of that, which is pre-enrollment, meaning application. We're getting that information to you fresh as possible. Of course, we keep learning in the processes because this is sometimes that we can never get for granted, especially when we're helping others, right? So we always keep getting new information, new positions about how to do things. So with that, you can kind of BSBI, but of course with some core that we do a great team in order to guide you. And of course, my favorite one. What about free Spanish language lessons as you study? Many students right now are thinking, oh, should I go for language course first? Hey, what if you don't combine both? Because remember, like for languages abroad, sometimes you have some limitations regarding internships or work permits. And with us, you're going to be having the opportunity of actually mastering a new language, but at the same time getting an accreditation of a new academic level, which is a master. So I think it's very convenient if you put it that way. And if you're needing, for example, extra hours or extra support in language, of course, we can recommend some amazing schools that are with partnership with us. So you can definitely master your language. So let's have that in mind. Of course, our first Spanish language lessons may be limited if you're zero in Spanish, but let's dive into it and let's fix it. And you're going to get amazingly a Spanish speaker soon if we put all the resources together, combining what we have in lessons that are free from school with many other resources that you can definitely get. So just have that in mind as well. Diving in into the presentation now, the experience. So Barcelona campus experience. We are literally, well, you can see the address in here. We're in a beautiful campus, City Branch campus. But with that being said, even though we're City Branch, you have all the amenities that you will be needing, like big classrooms, complete technology features that are going to be incorporated to them. You can also have like cafeteria inside. You have beautiful restaurants around. We're going to be having like leisure times as well, like just to have games or practice sports. And we have also some partnerships going on in terms of sports, even though we don't have those big, basketball or soccer fields inside the campus, but you can definitely find them around. One thing that I want to say in here is Barcelona and Nick. Michael, you have been here and you're gonna agree with me. We have like big green areas. So it would be a shame that we just stay into four walls or a building when you have like big parks that you can be around, that you can be walking, doing sports just around the area. So I'll say, like with Barcelona, don't limit yourself on thinking about the campus only. Think about the life that you can construct around the campus, which is the most amazing. Spain is just about experiences. So when you go and sit down and have a drink, or when you have dinner, or when you have lunch, it doesn't matter. You don't have to spend tons of money on doing that. Even in the simple things, it's an experience here in Spain. So for that, I will really recommend to, yes, look at the area, understand exactly where we are at, look at the beautiful campus that we have, which is a building, but think about the things that you can do around it. Right? If Nick and Michael invites me to another round, I will definitely bring you some other places to go around the area, because I will know that you get in love with those. It's just beautiful.
And we haven't talked about the beach.
Yeah.
Just imagine that. And actually, Barcelona is one of the targets of tourists all over the world, not only from Philippines but all over the world. Just imagine like hitting that standard that people from Europe, people from the US, people from Canada wants to come and have vacation here. It's because I think like we're doing things right, right? And we have beautiful beach just around the area, but also like islands such as Baleares, which is beautiful. You can go boat and you can go like have the summer of your life. Like we have so many other things around beach areas. And again, I think like the weather looks like very similar to Philippines sometimes in the year. So I think like any students are not going to have a problem into adapting into Barcelona at all, literally.
Yeah. One thing I want to share about the
Yeah.
campus itself. The what do you call this one? The subway is just in front of it's just like 2 minutes walk from the school for the Barcelona campus as well. And I guess, bro, can you hear me? Uh,
Yes. We
Yep,
can.
yep,
Oh,
loud
sorry,
and clear.
I lost you
Yeah.
guys. So yeah, you won't be lost because once you step out from the subway, I mean, the school itself is already there, so it's easy access. Transportation. One I love most with Barcelona is the public transportation. It's so easy. You don't need a car to travel from one place to another because there's a public transportation available, and this will help newcomers as well to save more money. And think, Monica, I don't know if the students can get discounts for public transportation. Like, do they have?
100% they do. Yes. And normally, as you know, Nick, it's pretty cheap, I would say. I will not say it's for free for everyone, but
Yeah.
it's very affordable. I will use the word affordable. And it's pretty convenient, super safe as well, and very organized, because I know in some cities sometimes when you're in big cities, it's a little bit messy for everyone. It's difficult to adapt. And for Barcelona, and I will add Madrid on that, we have like an amazing public system in which the students adapt very well. So yes, they have public transportation discounts if you're a student. You just need to have your bonus or bonuses. See how similar we have words in Spanish and in English in that sense, in which you can get discounts if you prove that you're a student. So it definitely that can be done for the students. Yeah. Then we also have something called the Student Services Office. This is around the campus. I would say just a couple of minutes away from the campus, in which you're gonna find our campus manager. You're gonna find like marketing, admissions, everyone that is gonna be there. There's a couple of
Mhm.
pictures so you see it, and we have the team base there, so in case you need something, in case you need to talk to the director of academics, etc. This is the place you want to definitely hit on. It's very close to the campus, so all the students are going to be having the address and the opportunity to visit us in there as well. I will go very fast with Madrid campus because, again, this is a campus designated for Spanish speakers. But just in case, who knows if someone in Canada, maybe from Latin American heritage or that is mastering Spanish, wants to come, Madrid campus is for you as well. We're teaching only in Spanish at the moment. At the moment. But if we have interest and you're interested into also having in mind Madrid, or you need to come to Madrid, let us know. We're going to try to do something for you as well.
Okay.
So, how we look at arrival and orientation week in BSBI as you come? Let's imagine that you did your application through Sun-Cor. You get on a special scholarship that they know. They're going to be announcing that. That's not something that comes from me, but Sun-Cor always have the best possibility for students to join us. And you get accepted and you did your visa. Let's imagine all of that happened. So the first thing is that we welcome you to campus. We have an orientation program in which you're going to meet with people from maybe your same nationality or a great nationality mix, which is normal what happens. And after that, we do, of course, a campus tour, but we also have an international student support guidance sessions in which students are able to connect with industry partners, with bank services, how to get, a cell phone line, how the health insurance that they have acquired works, all of these things that are like literally needed to know and unlock in the first week. Those topics are going to be covered, and we have an amazing campus manager as well that is going to be helping you with all that. So I want to show this because sometimes, as we go and we travel the world, or you're an international student, you get to understand that you don't have all of this support, and you feel a little bit alone and confused, and especially in a country that maybe English is not going to be the first thing that pops in there. So this is very important for me to highlight that you're going to be having someone to guide you into this process at all times when you arrive into Barcelona.
Yeah. Monica, I just want to, what do you have on your screen? Because we still have student services office in Barcelona.
Oh, now I have the entry requirements. Is this seen on
Okay.
the screen?
Oh, it's
No.
the screen's not updated yet.
There
There you
you go.
go.
There? Okay, perfect. Got
All
it.
right.
Thank you. Thank you guys for the heads up. If not, I'm going to be talking about something else and nothing shown, all right?
Yeah.
Right. So, what is the entry requirements? Because we have to speak about a special institution that is German, but it's also based in Spain, that we teach in English, that we have mentorships, that we have MBAs, we have international health management, also data science. So, what I need in order to get there, right? So, it's pretty similar and straightforward to whatever other application in the European Union. So basically a bachelor's degree because we're going to a master's, right? So important copy of your bachelor's degree, copy of proof of English or Spanish, depending on what campus are you going. Remember, if you're going to Madrid, will be Spanish. If you're going to English, will be Barcelona. Copy of your resume or CV, letter of reference, minimum two. Then we have a personal statement, which is pretty easy, like why you want to come to Spain, right? Easy, easy, easy. Then BSBI employment certificate, which is not applicable at this time because we're working with students that already have a bachelor's diploma, and then certificate of employment history as well. Why these? You're going to be kind of confused now, and especially that now that we're live. Why are we reading these requirements and then they say not applicable? Listen, we have two routes in order to get into the programs. The first route will be the academic route, which will be bachelor's degree, in which means that the students that have a bachelor's degree, it's not needed for them to provide BSBI employment certificate or certificate of employment history. But what if you have 10 years of experience, maybe for XYZ reason you don't have the copy of your certificate of the bachelor's degree, and you still want to do a master's, but you have that experience, right? You know about the sector, so you can definitely be analyzed in order to get into the program through employment history. So if that's your case,
Oh.
you can definitely hit to Sun-Cor. They're gonna give us the documents from certificate and employment certificate, and with that, we're gonna evaluate your case. Okay, this is something that we do case by case scenario because, of course, normally the route will be a bachelor's degree one. But if you have that case, Nick, Michael, feel free to send those candidates as well so we can evaluate them. Okay, that's why it's a little bit confusing, but at the same time, open the doors for everyone to that has a working experience that has an amazing resume to also join BSBI in Spain.
So just to clarify, Monica, if somebody has at least 10 years of working experience, they could qualify for a master's program if ever. Let's say I'm working abroad and I don't have time to search for my diploma back home,
Yeah,
but I have 10 years of work experience. This is something that I could present to
100%.
BSBI. Okay,
Yes.
that's good to know.
Yes, even if we have a little bit less, we can check on the case. But again, let's have like at least I would say minimum 3 from 5, and then better
Okay,
10. Okay, but have that in
all
mind.
right.
Anyway, Nick, Michael, please send us those their resumes. We would love to meet these students to understand exactly
Mm-hmm.
where they're standing, and we will do whatever is possible, of course, depending on the alignment of their profiles, of course,
All
in
right.
order to get accepted. The language requirements, again, let's remember that is English and Spanish, depending on the campus you're going. And the admissions process is pretty simple, which is basically admissions process. Submit your applications. We all know that the applications need to be sent out through Sun-Cor. What I'm saying, we have different ways. Like, don't take me wrong, we all know this, right? Like, this is not a secret that institutions have their own website. But Sun-Cor has two things that maybe you're not going to be finding in our website, which is first of all guidance and support through your immigration process or visas, best practices, I would say. And second one is special scholarships. So I'm so excited to announce that Sun-Cor always provides the best support in terms of special scholarship to their students. So talk to them, don't talk to me, talk to them because they're the big guys and the big bosses in here, and they're gonna make the best in order to get you in with the best scholarship ever. So talk to Sun-Cor in that sense, and they're gonna get you into that process. And then you're gonna get all the documents that have already mentioned, put them with Sun-Cor, and they're gonna be sending us all of this. So you are safe in terms of having a special scholarship. After sending all those documents, academic review is going to be performed at the university, especially if you're going to the professional route, right? Because we need to analyze different profiles and different things of your profile. You're going to get an offer, and then after that, if you agree on accepting the offer of the SBI, then you're going to be signing your agreement and payment plan. And yeah, basically, you're going to be doing your first deposit. After that, you get your LOA, which is letter of acceptance. And ta-da, with that document, you're unlocking the opportunity to apply for a visa for Spain as a student. For that, we can definitely go into those requirements later on as you have your LOA. But again, Sun-Cor and BSBI are going to be helping you on that process as well in order to unlock that visa. I think we will need another session only for visas,
Oh yeah.
Nick and Mike, but definitely Sun-Cor can guide you into that process as well. And if you need anything from our side, happy to help as we have portrayed already. So basically, yes, that's VSBA in a glance. I know that I have been very fast, but I don't want to take like 3 or 4 hours. I can go on, like literally, I can go. But I think it's important for them to understand that first of all, similarities into the processes that they already know for destinations such as Canada, the US, or Germany are with Spain. Second one, that we have the possibility of internships. Third of all, if you know English and you're an English speaker, you can definitely come to Spain. Even though we're a Spanish institution, of course, we can definitely have you. And the best thing will be learning a new language, which is Spanish. And it's actually the third most spoken language in the world. So just imagine that.
In the world.
In the world. That's correct.
Mhm. Yeah, we have, like I said, we have a lot of surprises for you guys, especially for the scholarship grants. If you are interested to apply with BSBI, they have a lot of programs available. You can select with, but to learn more, you can just email us at apply@sun-core.com, or you can also visit our website sun-core.com to book a free consultation with me, Kuya Niki, as an education
Mhm.
consultant, to really talk about which program is applicable to you, and we'll learn more about Spain, especially for BSBI. Once again, the two main campus in Spain is in Barcelona and Madrid. For now, we are only offering Barcelona for an English-speaking campus for programs. But if you know how to speak Spanish, you can also apply in the Madrid campus, which will be open this June 2026. So we still have enough time. So we're calling out all the students here in Canada, planning to move to another country. I think Spain is one of the best option for now. For first reason is it's the affordability. Second is the opportunity to work 30 hours while studying. At the same time, the expedited citizenship that is offered for Filipinos. Uh, Kuya Mikmik, can you share again the advantages for Spain for the Filipinos?
Well, for Filipinos, Spain stands out because of the expedited citizenship program for ex-colonies like the Philippines. There's also so 2 years. You just need to be on a 2 years residency outside the study permit status that you would qualify. So you study, basically it's the same across the globe. You study, you work, and then you transition. It's just that for Spain, instead of waiting for 10 years to become a Spanish citizen, you only need to stay for 2 years after your studies and on a work situation. And of course, cost of living is something that's very important to Filipinos, and Barcelona, for example, offers a good mix of cost of living opportunities. It's there's a lot of businesses in Barcelona because it's one of the most visited places in Spain, I guess, Barcelona. So there's just so many things to do. Locals are even there, so if it's a good tourist spot, there's a lot of business opportunities, lots of work for you, and there's also opportunity to travel around Europe while you're studying because you'll be in the Spain is part of the European Union, so there's freedom to that one, and of course in cost. The cost of studies are also quite affordable. I guess the main draw also, Kuya Nikki, would be the 30 hours per week of
Mhm.
part-time job. um, in Canada, 30 hours is the minimum for full time, but it's just part time in Spain. So that's an interesting take on the part time opportunities. And there's so you're basically similar to Canada. You get to earn money while you study, but of course we prioritize studying because the more you become a master of what you're studying, the better opportunities would come to you after. Especially so, do your and in this case for BSBI, it's mandatory to have that internship. So that's the
Yeah.
best place for you to showcase your skill, learn, make the mistakes, so you already won't do those mistakes in real life employer-employee situations, and it's a great opportunity for Filipinos. So for those, that's why we're saying for those who cannot transition in Canada, this could be a plan B if ever you need to do so. And for those in the Philippines who are looking for, let's say, a better environment, bigger challenges, more opportunities, you have to remember, everybody, you are earning in euros now, not in dollars, so it's a
Mhm.
stronger
Yes.
currency also. I think this is something that it's often overlooked by people. You're actually earning in euros if you are in Spain or in Europe. So you're earning euros and the exchange rate is actually higher. So in terms of dollar per dollar remittances, euros would have a stronger exchange rate for those sending money to the Philippines. Also, if you want to settle in Spain, work in Spain, and then of course, in Filipino culture, you send money back home. Euros would stretch further than the dollar. So that's something you
Yeah.
also want to consider.
Yes, and of course, Barcelona and Madrid is also, we have a huge Filipino community. Even
Yes.
in Madrid we have a Jollibee, and in Barcelona there's a lot of Filipino restaurants and even
Yeah.
business owners as well. Once again, these two main cities are, para ba yun, bro? It's just like Toronto and Calgary, something like that. Calgary and
Yeah,
Edmonton.
maybe more of in a Filipino context, Mad which one is Manila? Which one's Makati? It's like
Yeah,
that.
it's the
They're
same.
they're
Yeah.
both centers of the country. But I'm not good with the what's the capital of each country, but I think Madrid would be the more corporate setting. That's the vibes I get. And then Barcelona would be more maybe on the cultural side. But they're both beautiful places. They both offer same opportunities for everybody. They both have the great transportation system. We didn't feel the need to do Uber or rent a car or ride a taxi. Everything is well connected. The transportation system, if there's a bus pass, for example. So if you take the bus, take the subway, I think Kuya Nikki, meron din silang parang monthly pass na it's cheaper and then unlimited rides or something. So you
Yeah.
get to go places. It's very safe. We also went home late at night. We never felt that we were in danger. It's a very safe environment also. And lots of people, siguro kay Nikki, one thing we should mention to them, for Spain, restaurants close later in the evening, parang 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
Mhm.
Kasi late maghapunan ang Spain, mga kababayan, late sila maghapunan, late din sila mag-lunch. Siguro kaya Nikki may magtatanong, totoo ba yung siesta, yung concept ng siesta? We noticed there are some that na may parang siesta, pero late din kasi sila mag-lunch, parang mga 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock yata. Yun yung lunch time nila. And then their dinner time is also not the typical 7 p.m. dinner. It's later than that. So there's opportunities there too.
But
Yeah.
you can always find food, that's for sure.
Yes, yes, there's always
Yeah.
food everywhere. There's but we also noticed there's like menu del dia. It's
Yeah.
normally if you go there's a certain window in the day that for the same amount of money at night during the menu del dia period, like a lunch, it's like a lunch special, and then you get to have appetizer, main, dessert, and a drink for a cheaper cost than you would outside those regular hours. So
What I
this is
love about
something.
the idea would be that it's not only for students but also for people that is already working like corporate,
Yeah, yeah.
because you know that it's great to have the benefits as you study, but it's a relatively short amount of time, then you become professionals in Spain, right?
Yep,
So
yep.
good, because those benefits are still there. The restaurants are always like
Mm-hmm.
looking at, service, their clients in the best way possible, good amount, good quality as well. Because sometimes, day menus are not amazing and are shorter
Yeah.
portions in Spain. Oh no, no, no! You're gonna get like an amazing menu. They'll be 100%.
Oh
With
yeah. Oh,
your
Monica, I think our viewers are also asking, what's the typical school hours when
Mhm.
they start schooling? Is it mornings or nights?
Normally, our afternoons, given afternoon period for us, which is almost night, depending on how you see it and what part of the world, right? But
Mm-hmm.
for us, normally will be like around, I would say, 4, 5, 6, which is after work hours. This
Mm-hmm.
is important because you can definitely integrate your internships or
Yep.
jobs if you already have of 30
Mm-hmm.
hours window to the academic, classes and everything and activities with the school. Nevertheless, let's remember that we have our own professors, and professors that are the ones that having like the last word. Maybe we're gonna have projects or something else that maybe can
Mhm.
be like earlier. So you have to that having consideration, and until we don't have your schedule and your registration, we cannot 100% confirm that. But normally, this is what we're seeing normally. Okay, on afternoons, that would be so PM kind of a schedule basically.
Yeah, it's so I guess for those who want to have part-time jobs, it's a perfect one to do. And then you get to do your routine for the day. If you want to exercise, do your work, talk to your family back home, and then
100%.
you go down to business on afternoon towards the evening. And then is it do they go to school every day? Oh, I think we lost Monica there. So that's one also. So
No,
mga,
I'm here.
all
Let
right.
me see.
Yeah, maybe the. Bro, maybe we can share about the scholarships again. If you guys are interested to apply with BSBI, we do have a scholarship up to 40% of the tuition fee. But it's a limited seats. Let us know. We still have seats for MBA for June, and then the rest of the programs for October and the next year intake. So if you are guys are interested, please do send us an email at apply@sun-core.com. And bro, let's just talk about the timeline now. How when is the best time to apply for and process the visa, a study visa in Spain?
Um, I think the consensus is you apply around 5 to 6 months before the intake.
Mm-hmm.
The reason is for the Spanish application, just like other destinations, you have to gather your documents. That's number one. Some documents are faster to get than others. Number two, you have to schedule schedule an appointment. So unlike Canada where there's no personal appearance or interview, see Spain po, you have to be physically present for an interview or your application during that time na masasubmit nyo siya. So there's physical documents that you prepare. There's other documents that needs to be checked and verified. The good thing if you are in the Philippines, may appointment system na you schedule your appointment. So make sure na you have the before you schedule your appointment, you actually have your documents complete. Kasi ayaw niyo naman na you arrive there, kulang pala yung document niyo, tapos babalik kayo, ma-deny kayo kasi kulang, tapos babalik na naman kayo. So you have to make sure the documents are complete, and you have the duplicates and etc. etc. Kung kayo po ay outside the Philippines, there are cases that the appointments are done via email. So for example, sa Canada, if you're in Canada and you're planning to transition to Spain, for example, sa Toronto po ang main hub. So if you're in Canada, you have to be in Toronto, and then you have to schedule by email. So you send that email, and they respond. I noticed they respond closer to your school date, but so make sure during those times you have to properly check. Like for example, your medical is only three months valid in Canada. Your police clearance is 6 months valid. So when you send that email to the embassy in Spain and Toronto, you make sure that you provide enough leeway with the validity of your documents and your expected time of interview. So those are the things that you have to consider. But so 6 months is a good prep time. If you want to do it earlier, sure, why not? Just to make sure you get to secure your slot, you get to secure your visa, and then secure your plane ticket. So it's always good to be early in practice. But maybe that's a question also for Monica. So Monica, we have a question here. What if the visa approval got delayed and the school is about to start, do they get to defer or do they start online first?
Well, I will definitely suggest that we have the experience 100% in situ, meaning that the students come in person to do the whole program. So what normally we have is like if you're having the delay, for example, to apply for the June intake, you can definitely move to the November one. Let's remember something that is very important. Once you get your visa, you can arrive to Spain 1 month before the start date, which is great. So even though you're a little bit late, you can still arrive earlier in order to set up your family, especially if you're coming with kids or a spouse, and then start the studying process. We have some cases in which the students can definitely start online. That's another way of doing things, but we can definitely get that based case by case, depending if it's just a couple of weeks. But in my perception, I will definitely recommend to have 100% the experience on ground, I would say, if that makes sense.
All right. And
Okay.
yeah, so we also, Monica, we also talked about how early should you apply before school starts, and we were suggesting around 6 months, 5 to 6 months before.
I
Um,
will agree with that.
yep. And then, so I guess now we have information. What if the approval gets delayed or the flight gets delayed?
Mhm.
And are there semestral breaks in between
Mhm.
semesters? Like, do they expect like a week off, 2 weeks off?
So here in Spain, we have like big festivals coming in the middle of
Oh,
the year. So yes, just like any other country, like you can expect that, right? So, for example, in March, April, depending on the year, we're having Semana Santa. I
okay.
think
Oh,
Semana
same in the
Santa is
Philippines.
also in Philippines, right?
Yes,
Exactly. I was
yes.
about to say that. So we have Semana Santa, for example. So have that in mind. We also have summer break. Especially, I know that people from Philippines will understand this. You know how heat conditions get into the summer, right? Like those are
Yes.
very, they get high. So in Spain, we get in Madrid only, not in Barcelona, but in Madrid it gets around 35, 40 degrees, and in Barcelona it can be around 30, 35. So there's a week, especially in August, that is like the summer break, in which companies and everyone around, like schools, stop for a moment because of the summer, and those can be like 1 up to 2 weeks. Normally in the school we stop 2 weeks, so that can be expected as well in between, depending again in the year, but normally in August. You have also, of course, the big holidays at the end of the year. You know that here Christmas in Philippines as well is one thing. And I was hearing about this, Nick and Mike, about that this is being celebrated like every time, like very similar to Spain now in Philippines. Because last
Oh,
year, have you heard about the 12 grapes that you need to eat before the 12
you
when you're passing
Yeah.
the,
the next year?
oh,
Yes.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So one friend that lives in the Philippines told me that now many people is doing it.
Mm.
So we have like for us, Christmas and also New Year, it's super important. So we get another 2 to 3 weeks there in December, and it's to
Ah.
celebrate Christmas and also New Year. Plus one important one, which is Dia de Reyes, which is like the Three Kings Day.
Yep. Yep.
So the Three Kings Day also it's attached to that holiday. So normally extends from the 20th up to the 6th, 7th of the in January, because the Three Kings Day is also
Yep.
like a important holiday here. So it's three holidays in December
Oh,
and January.
wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So have
That's a
that in
lot.
mind. I know, but it's a very cute season to be with family though,
Oh
kids.
yeah, yeah, of course,
There's
of
a lot of
course.
activities for families, for people that is single that wants to, just walk around. It's a lot of opportunities. Like literally, December is one of the best and the most weighted, I will say, months of the year because we have a lot of
Oh,
activities.
much
Yeah,
like the Philippines then.
yeah, yeah. Actually, yes.
Mm.
It's pretty much the same. It just amazes me that it's on the halfway around the world, but the practices, the fiestas, the parties
Yeah,
are pretty much the same.
100%. Now, and I think that a lot of Filipinos right now are getting a lot of good. Well, Filipinos are a good momentum in Spain in terms of they are valued for their English skills. You know that in Spain we're still not that good sometimes with English, depending of course on who you are
Mhm.
and where you have been born. But English language is a great asset to have when you're in Spain. So Filipinos are great on that. Also, we have a lot of people that has been highly recognized, for example, in private high schools in which they can use their English as well in there. Mm, private lessons of English. We have, of course, like
Oh.
what I'm trying to say is that there's a lot of opportunities regarding the profile itself of a Filipino here in Spain, rather than
Mhm.
saying, oh, yeah, we just need people to work in whatever other position, right? Which is
Mhm.
like more not sophisticated, or I would say not that personalized, but here people has like good reputation, and we get very good and along with each other. So I think like it's a great opportunity for Filipinos to explore.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's
Uh,
like just for being you, right? Which is good.
yeah, that's what we noticed, Monica, when we travel
Right.
from Barcelona. I mean, all over Spain. It will be an advantage for Filipino because Spain is looking for people who can speak English,
Hmm. That's
especially
correct.
in the major Barcelona and Madrid because it's a tourist destination. It means that
That's
a lot of
correct.
tourists are coming in, and most of them are English speaking, right?
That's
And
correct.
like I said, the Spanish language for Filipinos, it will just take time, right? Because
Hmm.
we have like probably 10% Spanish words that we know. We just need to learn how to connect them and become a sentence. And of course, with the help of the BSBI, you guys are also helping free help. I mean, offering free Spanish lessons as well. And yeah, this would really be an asset for Filipinos.
Yeah.
First, job opportunity wise, it's going to be an advantage because they're going to be bilingual if they can
Yep.
learn Spanish too, right? So yeah, we're excited. I have a lot of messages now and interest regarding Spain
That's
with BSBI.
great.
But I just want to make sure, Monica, once again, for the next intake available is June for the
June.
MBA, and it
Yes,
is in Barcelona campus.
that's
And
correct.
Mhm.
next intake will be in November.
That's correct for the three programs, including health, which
Uh huh.
is international health management. That I we're very excited because I know Filipinos will love this, and not only
Yes.
Filipinos but all over the world. It's a lot of people that is going into management in terms of health.
Uh huh.
We also have data science again,
Okay.
getting into AI, getting into tech is always nothing but a good choice, no matter if you want to stay in Spain or you want to go back to America or you want to go to back to Asia and Europe
Mhm.
itself. Like this is like a win-win situation with that program. And then with the global MBA, which I really like because it adapts to any type of backgrounds and also students that want to get into management. And for example, if you're having like a very specific career already, being in music, being in literature, being in business, being in technology, being in health,
Yep.
and
Okay.
BA fits all the way. So I think like that's another one that it's like a good one to have. So yeah, it's not early to apply. That's important, Nick, because
Of course.
everyone needs to understand that it's not. Oh, I have until November to do it. No,
No,
let's
no, no.
apply
No, no, no,
now.
no.
So
Yeah,
Sun-Cor
we don't want to
has
be running, right?
Yes,
Mhm.
like I said, Sun-Cor has an exclusive unlimited seats for scholarships. So if you
Yes.
guys are very
Mhm.
interested, please do send us an email as soon as possible. Like I said, it's a limited seats, no, and we will be happy to help you out. Once again, the programs available for June intake in Barcelona is just the MBA, and also for November intake, we have three programs: the
That it becomes
Masters
more,
in Data
yeah.
Analytics, the Masters in International Healthcare. I mean, health management. And shout out to all nurses and health related professionals over there, and of course the Masters in NBA. And the other programs will be available for next year. Am I right?
That's correct. That's correct. Yeah.
And which day? I mean, which month in next year are we
Yes.
talking?
So we start our next intake after November. You can sell the applications for March
For March.
2027. Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess this, you have a lot of information that you've shared today. I'm sure a lot of our viewers are very interested when it comes to Spain. Uh, Kuya Mikmik, do you have any other questions for Monica?
I think definitely we need another session with Monica to
Yes.
clarify basic questions about visa application.
I would
So,
love to do
so
that.
maybe we'll
Yeah.
schedule another one for that.
Mhm.
But in
So
the
we only
meantime,
do visa.
yep,
Yeah.
yep. But for the meantime, guys, this is a great opportunity for you. A global MBA is a very fluid skill to have. You could be in management, you could be on one
Mhm.
side of the business, on the other side of the business. That's the
Mhm.
beauty of it. Or if you want specific ones, and then BSBI would be offering that on a later date, but at least you get to see the offerings are there, opportunities are there, and of course, we always say prepare early. June is around the corner, so don't wait long. November is around the corner, don't wait long. With a blink of an eye, January is done. So don't prolong. Don't sit on it. Do it already, because once again we said there are limited seats to the scholarship. It's an amazing scholarship. The probably the biggest scholarship Sun-Cor has ever been going to award to
And
students.
also, let's remember that we're having also special scholarships with Sun-Cor if you're coming as a family. Example, like
Oh
you're coming with a
yes,
spouse,
yes,
like if you're
yes,
having husband wife
yes.
situation or girlfriend boyfriend, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
or well, or a partner itself. Like it doesn't need to be the other ones, but if you're coming with a
Yeah.
partner, that's good because you can have an extra something from Suncor, which I know. I'm just like a sneak peek of everything, right, Nick?
Don't worry, guys.
It,
We're gonna announce soon. But once again, if you want to go first, please do send us an email at
yep.
apply@sun.core.com so that you can secure that scholarship seat, and we'll be happy to schedule some time for you to discuss further about your options here for BSBI. Again, Monica, can you invite them? I want to make this differently. Can you invite everyone? But can you speak in Spanish? Just to
Claro que sí.
see.
Which means sí, which remember, yes, sí. Right? It's so easy. It's like sí. So you say sí, sí, instead of yes, yes, you can say sí, sí. So in Spanish, to all our Filipino, para toda nuestra comunidad filipina que está en el mundo, no tiene que estar solo en Filipinas, pero en Canadá, en Estados Unidos, en Europa, que quiere dar un paso, which wants to do like a big step or a changing mind, o un cambio de mente, o una nueva experiencia, which is a new experience. We're welcoming you to Spain. Bienvenidos a España con BSBI y Sun-Cor, los mejores partners para ti.
Uh, Gracias, muchas gracias, Monica.
That was a lot of Spanglish in one sentence, right?
It was great. It was great.
It was great. Like I said, this is just the beginning. Like I said, we have a lot of plans for, especially for our team as well, for Spain. A lot of surprise. But to start this year, February, I mean January just finished. February, it's a new month. Let's start the month with Spain. If you
Mm-hmm.
need information, once again, please don't forget Suncor. We'll be happy to help you out. We will guide you all the way with in partnership with BSBI, of course, with Monica. And I guess this ends our session for today. Thank you very much, Monica.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so
We
much,
can we can
Monica.
say goodbye with a ole, which is like,
Ole,
yeah.
Ole.
Ole.
ole,
Gracias.
everyone. Stay safe.
Bye bye.
Bye.